Any of you guys fans of roller derby? Yeah? Well, I went to my first roller derby match last night. Like, I went in fully expecting to just talk shit the whole time. Like, was it like fat chicks on roller skates? Like, what's it gonna be? You know what? Pretty fun. I had a pretty good time watching it, you know? Like, I like cheering for, first of all, I like cool names like Cat Piss Never Clean. And you know what? That was the junior league. That was a 12-year-old. I was like, all right, I can get behind this. I'm a roller derby guy. And then they said, if you want to join the male roller derby league, I'm like, yeah, never mind, I back off. It's like diet hockey. Oh, do you want to flutter up here and join the Ithaca Wind Sox or whatever? I don't know. I was on page if you're a lady, but if you're a guy, I don't know. Play hockey. I don't know. Anyways, right in there was a halftime show, and they had like a karate demonstration for like a karate class. Except it was everywhere from, it was all like little kids, like 6 years old, 8 years old, 14, and one guy in the end had to have been 50. Like in the same class, and he was like bald and huge and fat and glasses, and his name was Dan. The fucking Danimal! Starring 8-year-olds, gonna slay it. And they're just watching him, like they yell and scream, they punch. I thought this guy was gonna tear his throat out, he was being so intense. I was like, he's gonna kill somebody. Like, that guy's gonna fucking kill somebody. He's gonna kill an 8-year-old in a sparring match so he can get his yellow belt. Good for him. Good for him. I was visiting somebody there, and they introduced me to a lot of new people. And whenever that happens, they would say, oh, there's Nate, he's a comic. They would say I'm a comic. And I used to think it was because they thought I was interesting. But I think it's because there's not really a lot else you can say. Like, oh, here's my buddy Nate, he's currently alive. He's a white guy. And he is genius. That's him. But whenever people find out you're a comic, they always, like, now it's on you to be the funny guy in the group. Like, now you gotta make everyone laugh all night. My humor usually swings pretty dark. So it doesn't translate super well to a casual, like, we just met situation. It's like, hey Ted, I like that story about your frustrations with your boss. I also have problems with my boss. Like, I like to fantasize about cutting his head off and making a necklace out of his teeth, and then I fall asleep sobbing with a gun in my mouth. Your roommate doesn't wash dishes? Because I wish I was dead. Waka waka waka, here comes the chuckle train! That's me. But yeah, like I said, comic, not interesting. Watch a lot of movies. I watched a movie called Snakes on a Plane. Yeah. But I watched it at like 11 in the morning on a Tuesday on TBS. Before you get all huffy and judgmental, that's the best way you can watch that movie. They take all the swearing and the offensive content. They get rid of it. We don't need that shit. I didn't mean to swear, that's terrible. They replace it with non-offensive words, So there's a scene where Samuel L. Jackson gets all intense and looks around at his fellow passengers and says, I have had it with these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane. I'm like, what movie are you talking about? And why am I watching this one? Who gives half a shit about regular snakes? When you can have monkey fighting snakes, are you kidding me? It'd be the best movie ever. And I was thinking, like, there's not a lot I wouldn't do. Like, not a lot I wouldn't put myself through to see that movie. That'd be great. Like, I would watch an entire David Lynch movie and not roll my eyes once. Which is pretty impossible to do if you know who that is. He sucks. Alright, I would eat at the Olive Garden on purpose twice a week for 1 week. If it got me a ticket to see monkey fighting snakes on a plane. I would watch a video that was nothing but an infinite loop of both of my uncles scissoring in a bathtub full of spiders. If it got me a ticket to the premiere of monkey fighting snakes on a plane. Yeah, that's a weird turn, right? That guy in the back. I like this guy in the green shirt. Good for him. Alright, I watched another, I don't have a good segue for this. Porn, I'm going to talk about a porno my roommate bought. It's real, it exists, and it's called Edward Penis Hands. As you guessed, probably, it's just the plot of Edward Scissorhands, but instead of scissors, correct, penises. And it kind of follows the plot, and I just remember watching it with my roommate. There's one scene in particular that stands out, and it's just, Edward is kind of getting excited, his hand starts to go down south as he's looking at a picture of Winona Ryder, porn character, whatever is her equivalent. So yeah, I watched Edward Penis Hands masturbate his penis with his penis hands. And I remember until they all kind of just go off like a silly string factory explosion. And I remember looking at my roommate, just sitting on the couch being like, we're gay, right? We're gay now? That's fine. That's okay to do. But yeah, we're gonna get married and I'm a good kisser, so you lucked out. But I do more than watch weird porn and shitty movies about snakes. Sometimes I'll read an article, because I'm smart. I read this article, it was about this tribe of people in Peru that had no exposure to the outside world, like no contact with anybody. But because of deforestation, they started showing up like on this river. But the river is a pretty hot tourist destination. So on one side of the river you got like a bunch of natives in like loincloths and tools made out of puma teeth and Sasquatch bones, whatever they have, whatever dumb white kids from the suburbs think of when they're native. And the other side you got a bunch of dumb tourists like taking pictures and uploading stuff to Facebook. Cool. So one guy decides to go over and hang out. And they killed him. He's dead now. And good. He's not smart. What's he gonna do? And I was thinking like, good for these people. They've never seen white people before. They don't know what electricity is. But they know that white people should be killed on sight. Good for them, they should get an award. Not all white people are evil. But better safe than slavery. That's what I always say. Live my life by it. Alright, thank you very much. I'm Nate Clark.